Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So, how are you today? Fine, I hope so. So, today I will be a teacher in teaching topic Pythagorean Theorem, Mathematics, Form 2. I will go through this chapter. This chapter is about Pythagorean Theorem. Okay, our menu today. First is brief history about Pythagoras and a Pythagorean puzzle, and then we move to the Pythagoras theorem and on how using Pythagoras theorem, and then on how to finding the shorter side, and then we will go to the further examples. Okay, Pythagoras was a Greek philosopher and a religious leader. He was responsible for many important developments in maths, astronomy, and also music. Okay, they also had the secret of their brotherhood. His students formed a secret society called the Pythagoreans. As well as studying maths, they were a political and religious organization. The members of secret brotherhood could be identified by a 5-pointed star they wore on their clothes. Okay, they also had to follow some unusual rules, which are they were not allowed to wear wool, drink wine, or pick up anything they had dropped. Eating beans was also strictly forbidden, but it is okay for us, but not drink wine. That's not okay for our health. Okay, we move to the Pythagorean puzzle. Okay. You need to know that Pythagorean puzzle only work with a right angle triangle. So before we start, I ask from you to prepare the worksheet and try this for yourself. Okay, first draw a square on each side of the right angle triangle. So from here you can see this is the right angle triangle with a 90 degree. Okay, draw square from each side, this side, and also this side, with a yellow square, red square, and also green square. Okay, next you need to measure the length of each side. First is the length. This one is A square, length of this side, and then this side length B, and then this side length equal to C. And then we need to work out the area of each square. So we need to calculate the area of the square. For the first one is for the red square, the area is equal to A square, and then the yellow B square, the area, and then the green square is equal to C square. Okay, we know that the area A square, B square, and C square. So right now, you need to use your ruler and then make the shape like the red square. And then you need to cut, divide by 4, 1, and then you put the pieces on the green square. And then you cut the second and put the piece on the C square or the green square, and then the third one, and then the fourth one, and then the last one. You take the last square, which is the yellow square, and put in the middle of the pieces. Okay, what does this tell you about the area of the 3 square? Okay, think about it. I give you 10 seconds. Okay, the red square and the yellow square together cover the green square exactly. From here we can see that no green square right now, right? So the square on the longer side is equal in area to the sum of the square on the other 2 sides. Okay, and then put the pieces back from where they come from. And then right here we can see A square, B square, and also C square. So from the formula just now we said that the green square, C square, equal to the sum of area E, of area red square, and also yellow square. So the formula C square equal to A square plus B square. You need to remember this formula. So this is called Pythagorean Theorem. So this is the name of Pythagoras' most famous discovery. It only works with right angle triangle. The longest side, which always opposite to the right angle, this one, opposite to the right angle, known as hypotenuse. This one is adjacent, and this one is the opposite. Okay, this one is the formula, C squared equal to A squared plus B squared. And then, no matter how the position of the right angle triangle, if it fulfill the condition, right angle triangle, and then we can use for the Pythagoras theorem. Okay, we will go on how using Pythagoras theorem. Okay, for this question, the question asks, what is the length of the slope? So, the slope here. The slope, as we all know, the slope is the hypotenuse. So, the question already give 1 meter for the opposite and 8 meter for the adjacent. Okay, we just need to plug in into the formula. So, from the formula, A squared equal to B. C squared equal to A squared plus B squared. So, just plug in C equal to C squared, plug in A equal to 1 squared, and B equal to 8 squared. So, C squared equal to 1 plus 64 from the square, 8 squared equal to 64, and then the sum of the A squared and B squared equal to 65. So, right now we get C squared, but we want to find C. So, how do we find C? First, we need to use the square root button on the calculator. Okay, it will look like this, like the symbol. Okay, just press the symbol and then enter the value that you want to find. So, right now we want to find 65 and then press the button equal. So, we will get C equal to square root 65 equal to 8.1 meter with 1 decimal places. Okay, we'll go to the next example. This one, this example also want to find the hypotenuse, but the position is slightly different because the hypotenuse at the lower, and then you can recognize this one is hypotenuse, this one is adjacent, and this one is opposite. Just plug in into the formula C squared equal to A squared plus B squared. Okay, C known as S, so S squared equal to 4 squared plus 6 squared, S squared equal to 16 plus 36, and then S squared equal to 52. So we want to find S. Just use the square root button on the calculator, and then we will get 7.2 meter with 1 decimal places. Just the same, but the position of the right angle triangle is slightly different. Okay, we move to the next, finding the shorter side. Okay, just now we find the hypotenuse. Right now, we want to find the shorter side. The shorter side might be the adjacent, or the opposite side. So right now this question asking to find the opposite side. So we use the formula C squared equal to A squared plus B squared, and then just plug in the formula C equal to 7 squared equal to A squared, or H squared equal to 5, B equal to 5 squared, and then we got 49 equal to A squared plus 25. But this equation look unbalanced. So how would we balance the equation to solve this problem? And then we know that 49 equal to A squared plus 25. So we need to move the positive 25 to the left side with the 49 number and number. And then we need to get A squared on its own, right? Okay, remember, when you change the side, you also need to change the sign. Okay, right now 49. Change the side, change sign. So right now, from the positive 25, it will be negative 25 equal to a squared. So we will get a squared equal to 24, and a will get the square root 24 equal to 4.9 meter with 1 decimal places. Okay, the last one is for the example for finding the shorter side. Just now we find the opposite side, right? So right now we want to find opposite side. Just now we find the opposite side, this one. Okay, right now we want to find the adjacent side known as W. Okay, the equation gives 13 meter for the C and then 6 meter for B. Okay, from the formula, C squared equal to A squared plus B squared. Just plug in the formula. 13 SC equal to A squared plus 6 squared. So we get 169. 169 equal to A squared plus 36. So we want to move the positive 36 to the left side. Okay, don't forget, when we change the side, we need to change the sign also. So 139 minus 36. From the positive 36, it will be negative 36 equal to A squared or W squared. And then A squared equal to 133. So A equal to square root 133, which equal to 11.5 meter with 1 decimal places. So that's all for today. Okay, thank you for the listening. I hope you will understand from my explanation for this chapter, Pythagorean Theorem. I hope you will use this theorem, this style, or this what we call strategy to answer your question in the examination. Okay, good luck with your examination. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.